Welcome back. My friends would be so disappointed. I told them I was going to take the day off, but in my mind, I'm taking the day off and I'm just spending it with you guys. Does that make sense? Yeah, because that's how my brain works. So happy Black Friday, happy second Thanksgiving. In my family, for decades, the day after Thanksgiving was actually the best part of the holiday because you got rid of all the relatives you couldn't stand and you could eat your own cooking because people can't cook. And you have fun. You sat around, you watched TV, you ate way too much turkey, you couldn't move, you slept all day. It was great. So we're kind of doing second Thanksgiving. And I think I figured out a lot of stuff. And I didn't, because it's also Happy Wolves on the Floor Day. I go into the living room to light the tree up, and there are wolves all over the floor. Those plush wolves I got for Odin, and they're all over the floor. And I'm like, well, the big one will fall down, if you're not careful. But I don't know how the other four got on the floor. Maybe just the way they were balanced in the chair. But I felt this little blip of back behind me. So Lucky's up to stuff. And maybe the smell of the tobacco was what I was spraying out of a can. I've been spraying like Glade Pine stuff. I think it started before. Yeah, it started before that. Okay, I don't have that mystery wrapped up yet, come to think of it, but it's been great. We've been having leftovers. I didn't have to cook. I am making that cocktail everybody makes and everybody thinks their family invented. It's half ginger ale and it's half like cranberry juice or cherry juice or whatever else you use. Yeah. Everybody on Instagram thinks they invented that stuff and we were doing it like 30, 40 years ago. So, yeah. You do it to be fancy. And my grandmother used to make me Shirley Temples. Take ginger ale and you take some of the juice out of the maraschino cherries and you pour it in there and you put one cherry in there. And until I was an adult and saw what the hell a can of maraschino cherry cost, I had no idea. She must have sacrificed to do that, and um, they're expensive. If you've never looked at them, you look at them and you think, "Oh, I bet these are like what? 50? How much do these cost? What?" Yeah. So, so our ancestors made sacrifices for us, and we've been watching a sappy Thanksgiving behind the scenes thing that's like they're kind of uncovering the truth about Thanksgiving, but it's at an acceptable level where you can still feel good about the holiday. So we're doing that. So we're kind of being, nostalgic. We watched some Unwrapped and we picked up a free game on the Black Friday thing and it was just too much excitement for me. It was like you stand on a platform and you throw discs at these other things. And of course, it's one of those cash grab things where everything costs 99 cents and 99 cents. So the game itself is free and you can play the demo until the cows come home. But if you actually want to play the whole game, I think you need to buy coins or something. I'm like, no, I'm actually good. I don't need to play this game. So I threw that out. I was going through Black Friday, the sale, and I was being my own mom, which you have to when you're adulting. And I was like, you can have one game, dear, but it has to be under this price, and it's only one, so pick out one. I ended up not picking anything at all. I took the free game because I'm like, I have hundreds of titles at this point between Steam and Oculus, and there's like maybe 10 that I play on a regular basis. Yeah, I wanted all those other hundreds of titles, so it's like, yeah, they're fun to have, and it's always fun to get something new, but I'm like, I don't know. And my sense of economy is messed up because they have stuff that just came out on the sales table for Black Friday, and I'm like, I don't understand. There was Black Friday in town, but I didn't go out. It was way too cold. I went out for like 30 seconds to pick something up out of my yard from the windstorm. That was it. So, overall, we're doing really good. And we had a big discussion last night. And I know Loki gets excited and he does stuff. And I kind of got this sense of him with a pipe or a cigar, so that might explain the rose tobacco thing. And I just said, you had me freaking out. And we agreed that some parts of my life will always remain a mystery because I said I was under a lot of emotional stress. I don't know if anything I thought happened actually happened, or like I said, it was a Tupla thing and it was an emotional blankie. I said, I just don't know. I said, half the people around me were being really supportive, and they were like, yes, this is happening. This is not you. This happens differently for everyone. And half the people were like, no, go away, and really hostile. And I'm like, I got both reactions, and I understood why they were both happening. And I'm like, that's just not for me. I said, since I never felt comfortable, we're just going to assume it was like a tupla or something. And I don't know, and I kind of hate to take that tack, but I'm like, there's no way to prove anything. Do you know what I mean? Now that we've had Facebook and we have YouTube and anything, anybody anywhere can figure out pretty much your life story because we all overshare and be like, oh yeah, that really happened, or no, that experience didn't happen. I just don't know. I don't know. I take Loki on faith, and I know Loki's here because Loki will do stuff on a daily basis, like wolves on the floor in mysterious sense. And with Loki, it's always something you could explain away. You will come in and find like maybe a drawer open or something, and you're like, well, maybe I forgot, or it's just whatever random stuff he does with you. Like somebody had commented, and I'm like, yeah, come to think of it, I was getting knocks and bangs too, and I was just, well, maybe the house is settling, or something logical. But it would sound like a cat would thump down from the bed, and I haven't had cats for like almost a decade now, so it's like I think he's just gearing up. Around the holidays, he seems to get wound up. I guess all the excess energy in the air, and he's springing everywhere. Where I think Odin went somewhere and laid down and was taking a nap. So Odin's a smart one in the family. So, I hope you guys are having a good one. We were going to like bring up this real heavy subject of, is it cultural appropriation to practice outside your culture, but we're a little too smart for that. Everybody's going to have different ideas, and the only advice I can give you is you have to go by what your heart's telling you, and if your heart's telling you it's not right, then don't do it. So, if you like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you later. Bye bye.